Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, and it is under 20 today. I think it might be even under 15. Um, I had a I had a issue with with my zoodles. I have been working off a jar. I will begin to make my own, but I didn't have the plan in place. I just had the jar of the organic Bertolli Alfredo sauce, and I finally got the right recipe for like making the zoodles somewhat crispy in the oven. And I measured them out, I put them in the dish, and I added the Alfredo, and it was sour. So at that point, I had to throw it all out. So then I had to go to plan B for me, plan B for Greg. Oh, it was one of those cray-cray kind of mornings. So I ended up with, I'm having a great big salad. I had made some cheeseburger soup. Google that. I just don't put in the condiments. And so I did that, and I had the asparagus and the bacon all set for the Alfredo. So I just put those in the salad and just made the salad a little bit bigger. So my calories today are 1437. My protein is 30. My carbs are 11.6, and my fat is 138. And I'm wicked happy with all of that. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here to talk about Messy Monday. And today is Memorial Day. And so it's a big kickoff to all those cookouts and parties, graduations, weddings, all those places that could either trigger us or tempt us or set up cravings. And if you're like me, you make it through the event. Yay, I'm a star. I was so good. I was abstinent. Only to fail and cave later on. That was my MO when I was eating the standard American diet and having lots of difficulties with eating things I wasn't supposed to, or more of them, or more times per week. Because my food addict, who is also known as Ms. Slick, is just that. She's clever, she's crafty, and once she gets a visual of something, it's hard for her to let go. So these events in the summer make it hard. And I have one food that at a cookout, in fact, I used to bring it just to make sure it was there. And so I have a hard time with that visual because it was a mighty fine thing. I won't even mention it. But then other people have other things that kind of get to them. And so we have to be very, very careful in the summer because there's a plethora of those sort of outside events. Excuse me, I'm patched. I'm a little patched. Somebody told me that, actually it was on my Facebook page, that smart water doesn't make you smarter. Huh, I'm crushed. I was hoping to up my IQ a little bit. Now you tell me? So, anyway, that's the deal. And I know that the item that I miss in the summer probably has 20 carbs. So, no, I won't be having it. And that's not with like fiber and I could do net carbs for the day. No, no. So we have to be careful because we can be triggered by things that we can't have and we don't want to. And so when I talk about Messy Monday, because this was a long weekend, you might have started your food fest or food triggers as early as Thursday night because a lot of people make an extra long weekend out of this. And so they begin, and families begin to gather and stay in places. Maybe they rent a few, I don't know, rooms or cabins or something so they can all be together. And what's the main event? It's always food, right? And everybody makes their favorite something something that they make every year. And it's really hard. So I hope that you have a buddy. You can always find me here. I'm on a lot, and just, or just put it in a post and have people kind of help you with how it goes. I know that, of course, this is Messy Monday, so it's kind of like after the fact. But I know for me that when I was really, I had troubles and troubles and troubles with food, that one day would be one thing, or one meal would be one thing. But then as you spill into the next day, the resolve becomes harder. And then you start making promises with yourself. Oh, what the heck? I'll just start again Tuesday. I'll just, enjoy what I'm having. It'll be the last time because it's Memorial Day. And so come July 4th or any other holidays throughout the summer, I will have known that I had my food kind of funeral, my summer food funeral on Memorial Day, and I won't partake. And that is very, very foolish. You can always start again. This isn't like you're falling from a ledge and you only have one place to go and it's splat, like the coyote, Willie Coyote, is that what his name was? You're not going to land on the tree, but yeah. So if you're falling on one day and it spills into the next, that's when it really gets slippery and hazardous for me as a food addict, because I lost my resolve for one day. The next day, out come all the breakfast into lunch, into dinner things. And, I did it with drinking. I know. And then food. I mean, I'm an addict. So with both of those addictive substances, I got into trouble. And I started, cutting deals with myself. It's all in my head. But as I saw thing after thing, I would make these pseudo promises to myself that this is going to be it. I won't do it on Sunday. I won't do it on Monday. I'll just do it like Thursday afternoon, all day Friday, Friday night, and Saturday. And, you're human if you had some epic fails this weekend. It is the kickoff. We did have, every winter seems long once it's over and warm weather kicks in. So you need to be mindful. You've made the decision to be keto and to fall off the wagon. You just don't know when you're going to come back. I hear that all the time here on this channel. They thought they could go out at Christmas and have one treat or one keto-fied something, something. Yeah, and then around Valentine's Day, they're, waving the white flag and saying, I guess it's time to get back. So you need to be uberly careful, or lift careful. Oh, sorry, just a little dumb joke about driving. I know that I'm going to remain keto. Thank goodness. It's the perfect thing to be keto with cookouts, and you can find, so let's switch that around. Let's get a little positive now. So you can find plenty of keto items at a cookout that you can do. I know that, this is going to be my third or fourth summer with keto, my fourth, fifth, or sixth summer with low carb, high fat. So I wasn't doing grains or sugars for all that time. So I always would make a salad. I'd put it in a glass bowl with a cover, and I knew that no matter what, there would be a piece of protein on the grill that I could have with my salad and be okay. I gotta look close. We've got these bird feeders. We've got hummingbird ones everywhere, but we have these bird feeders at the very top of the upper window pane, and the squirrels can still get up there. And I thought I heard a squirrel up there because when I walked into the kitchen, there was one up there, and I gave him a little tap, but I don't see him there. He'd be like right there. So anyway, you can always bring a salad, so you know you're CYAing if you do that. If you put into your salad what you like, unless you know somebody else is bringing a salad. What are those salads called with the mozzarella and the tomato and the basil? Those things are good. You could bring that as your contribution. And then, that's drizzled with olive oil. You can bring your olive oil in those little glass containers like I got with the baby food they're baby food containers from Amazon, and they are leak proof. You could put your olive oil in that or whatever it is that you put on your salad, and then you're kind of covered. If somebody else is bringing a salad that you know that you like, it's something you can look forward to. I suppose you could have coleslaw if you make sure you ask the maker of it what the wet part came from, because sometimes those things have dubious ingredients, but you can do well. You can have your protein. I would imagine that a lot of us have a little more protein than usual at a cookout because there's some of this and some of that, and I want one of them too. And that's how I would be with my big A salad. And fortunately, I would make that my OMAD, and then I'd be kind of all set. So don't be embarrassed if you bring your own salad. There's enough people on obscure food plans today that most people would not bat an eyelash. And I love it when somebody here says, I've always been a picky and weird eater anyway, so none of my family ever even gives me a look. So I love that. So yes, okay. So if this is a messy Monday, dust yourself off, baby girl, baby boy, hop back in. You can do this. You know how you feel. You had the fear of missing out with those trigger foods and cravings, and so you satisfied them and found that, wow, it wasn't maybe as great as you hoped it would be, fantasized it would be. So dust yourself off, come on back in. My fear of missing out would be having an abstinent weekend because keto means that much to me, and I don't want to be swayed, and you're not gonna sway me. You don't want to. I like the fear of missing out of the string of abstinent days, right? So take care of yourself. If you're devoted to keto, hop back on. If you stayed devoted to keto, good for you. And I will see you the next time. No messy Mondays, because they make for hellish Tuesdays. Withdrawal is yucky. If you've been keto and abstinent for a number of days, yeah, it's kind of rough. There's a lot of withdrawal, but that's okay. Post here. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.